Welcome, sports fans, and we are back. So, there's a couple of videos I'm going to be shooting, but first one's first. I don't want to actually go into the tribe. We're in the tribe event there, but I will be doing a separate one. What I wanted to do is to cover what to do in a new season. It also helps as a tribe event because some of this will help with. So, let's start. Where should we start? We'll start on the stadium. So, when your stadium level is above level 13, every time there is a new season, we get to collect all of these that go back to level 13. Which actually is a really good feature within the game, because if not, you'd struggle. I'm going to end up doing some tribe event stuff, so I might as well make this a joint tribe event piece. Word of advice: when a tribe event is coming and you know it starts on the Monday and you log on and you are an hour before tribe event starts, do not collect a single thing. Why? Because by us collecting these bits as we go, what we're finding is we will be doing the tribe event challenges, because there are always on day one something related to coins, something related to cards or chests. There we go. This one is cards. We haven't even gone on checks, but we are already hitting them. Now, actually, there's a bit more of a sensible thing to do. What we are going to do in here is when we look at, let's tribe rankings. So, this tribe pass, personal recommendation, always buy it, because it just gives you so much more. So it's really good value, to be perfectly honest. We actually should be going back and just collecting. We finished third place in the World Tour playoffs, which is great. We've got ourselves 2 orange trading tokens, which is perfect. So we've done our cards objective. We've got some tokens. And let's see if we get anything of any now. Shot put's not too bad. One of the things I'm trying to do at the moment is to make sure that all 12s are 13s for green and for blue. So when I'm doing my trades, everything is around blue and green. Now, you can see some people on the leaderboards, and obviously they have prioritized coaches, athletes, orange cards, and they are trading to make sure they get them. To be fair, there's been some people who've been caught cheating recently. If you are using one of those methods, I would recommend not using it anymore. But I feel like we're going to get to a point where everyone's going to have athletes, coaches, and the gold legendary cards maxed. And they're going to be stuck just doing blues and greens. So my theory is, and this is my advice I've always said, try and have an even growth. Don't prioritize one thing over another. Try and make sure you're growing evenly, because actually by the time you get to maxed, you're going to be pretty much really maxed on all the cards, rather than just maxed on that top level, stroke maxed on purple. Purple is normally the easiest to be able to max out. We've already got one card at 14 on purple, which is great. We did have the piggy bank, so we're just going to collect our little piggy bank. And again, here we go. We'll just have a look at what we get. Jump athlete, that's fine. That's 6 of them. Throw in 6 of them. See how we're even on our cards. There is 1 or 2 which aren't even. It's normally in this area. See there, you got a 10 and a 5, and I've got one even higher than that. So we'll take our coins and get the rest of them. We'll get in there on that 100. That's good. This is a slight distraction to what the video was aimed at, but all useful information. We're just collecting all of this. There you go. Okay, so we're going to go back into tribe event. But we are currently, what we're doing is we're just collecting all of these because we can. Now, it's probably not the best content in the world for you to watch me do this, so I'm going to skip through these as quickly as possible. This is one of my cards which is out of kilter, the 110 hurdles. It's way higher than all the others. What I do is sometimes I will use that in a trade just to bring the other ones up. Otherwise, we will be out of kilter. The only good thing about getting something maxed is every time you get that card, you get some coins. We know that coins are needed. I've got 8.5 million still, but that in itself is not great. Because of what we need to max everything out. There's a lot of coins needed. Okay, we are getting there. We're nearly there. We're nearly at 18. Look at these. We'll collect as we go. Get some coins here. So this is why you really want to be pushing your cups. So your cups, you get cups for improving your times on certain events. So it is why we want to be really pushing absolutely to the max, because it is just going to get you over certain levels. And the reality is once you're above level 13, which a lot of people are, but there's still people who are joining and starting their journey, we want to get as high up as possible. The other thing, just to make note on everything for new seasons, the season tasks, we are going to, so we've got 31,000. I wasn't expecting that much. The one thing we will be doing is we will be activating the season pass. It's $9.99 UK. You can see here it really is worth it. The trading tokens that are included are great. Last time it went all the way up to gold, and we've got gold again, and we've got those bits. So we will be unlocking the season pass, because especially when you get to these last 4 levels, they're really good. Next thing to focus on, I'm just going to collect these because I might as well now. The next thing for beginning of the season is really focusing on the daily challenge. So the daily challenge I've got here, collect rewards. We know it takes 24 hours. So by doing this, and we're joining the next one, look at that. We've kept it, because we'd completed that on Sunday. We purposefully did not collect it on Sunday. We saved it to Monday, and we're saving it until the new season starts. And look at that, immediately you're going at the top. Now, that said, are we going to stay in second? No. But from a pure vanity prospect, it's quite nice to be in second place, for a very short while. I think if I'd have collected that immediately at the beginning of the timing, then we may well have been ahead of Nemesis, but Nemesis got there first. So we've got that, and we've got that challenge. The other things that we should be doing as part of a new season. So we will collect these daily deals. Well, let's just do that. I'm just going to skip through these. You can watch the adverts if you've got a little bit of time. Let's just go back in here. What we're doing. So I collect, because I've got the coins. I can do this. I know not everyone can, but this is the best source of cards. If you're not doing daily deals, you're missing out on so much, and it moves your account forward so quickly. You've just got to have the coin to be able to do it, which, as I said, I know there are people struggling for coin, because if you didn't have maxed out, I did have someone ask, how did I have at one point 15 million coins? When you've maxed out, those cards turn to coins. So if you've maxed out and you've been maxed out for a month, 2 months, the amount of cards and stuff you're opening from boxes, you naturally are earning quite a lot of coin. So you don't struggle. So we'll just take these last couple. Hopefully we get a few. I know we've got one upgrade, but I am hoping we'll get another one. Medium runner, we needed that one. Get that one up to 6. That's good. And then this one, small little bucket. Okay, we're getting there. Okay. So we've got all of those. Let's just quickly go and upgrade this card before I forget. what's it for? So here we go, marathon. So we need to do the marathon. Okay, so what you can see here, just from a card perspective, I've got 1 green at 12, 1 blue, 2 blue, so it's 2 blue, 1 green. Let's just see, 2 blue, 1 green, 3 blue, 1 green, 4 blue, 2 green, and that's all we've got left at level 12. So priority is to get those 12s up to 13s. They don't improve your times much, but you're helping yourself massively in the long game. The other thing, last thing we'll do on new season, I might do the tribe bit in another video, but when it's a new season, you will get things like CC offers. So actually you get this weekly. This is where these are quite expensive. I'm just going to show you what it looks like. So we can sit here and go, right, I want a long runner. Okay, I've got 7, 8, 8, 6, 6. So if I said I wanted the hurdling, here I've actually, my sprint runner's way ahead of everyone else, so I need to let's get hurdling as well. Let's go into here and go, well actually you're the lowest. I would then select a 12. Here we've got everything pretty level. As I said, purples will naturally go up. So I think here I would do the blue. And again, we're here. We've got a 12, we would do that. That is what we would do if we were buying them. I'm not a big fan of the CC offers. I think once you've maxed out, and if you max out your athletes first, the coaches one gets a little bit better. Then you got the legendary. Actually, the small one's not terrible. But still, I wouldn't necessarily advocate doing it. What we do need to do, though, is we get the AC Merchant. So AC points we earn through a season. The AC Merchant is where we can spend those. And this shop renews every season. You can see season ends. It's got the end date in there, so we know how long we've got to try and max out the shop, which is easier said than done. But we are going to get all of our coaches and the athletes. Let's just do the last couple of athletes. This is obviously a great way of upskilling. Now, I also want these trading tokens. These are priority for me. So 2 5s. There's only God, it's only 20. Right, and now we're going to focus our efforts on our athletes. So 100 each. So we're going to max these out. We know that. Oh, nearly bought the wrong thing. Let's focus on athletes. And then we can see what position we're in at the end. A lot of people complain about buying your athletes and about the universal athlete, and that they get the universal athlete constantly. Well, as I'm showing here, I've done 6. I haven't had it once. I think I'm firmly in. I do believe there's 2 brackets. There's one where there's one set of people who. Sorry, I haven't done 6. I've done 4. Now I've done 6. There's firmly a bracket of people who get the universal athlete all of time. Now, I am in a very different bracket where I don't get it. So I really don't understand why, what the algorithm is, how random it is. But you are firmly in the bracket of I get universal athlete constantly, or I just don't get it. There you go. We just did 10 boxes and we didn't get the universal athlete once. We'll then do the coaches. Coaches. I haven't seen anyone complain about a bias on coaches. A lot of people say the universal athlete's pointless without the decathlon. the reality is that the Universal Athlete gives you a improved score across all events. So the Universal Athlete's a pretty good one for a how to increase your score en masse pretty quickly. I'd love to have the Universal Athlete, but as I'm showing, I don't have that much luck to get Universal Athletes in the boxes. The one we deprioritize is slot 12, the one where you just get a gold token. We will do those through the season because we'll naturally earn enough AC points. So we know we're going to be able to get hold of them. We just prioritize certain things. Have I done all of them? Okay, so slot 12 is the last one left there. The next bit we do is we will be doing these. Why do we prioritize these legendary boxes first? Because actually we get coins for everything. I'm just going to skip through that. You don't need to see them all come up. You will see if I've got any upgrades in a minute. We don't really... The coins I'm not too fussed about. This is probably next. Is the gems. 1, 2, 3. You know, the coins, we're only getting 30,000 coins. It's good if you're a lower level. The higher the level, the less important it is. So now we'll get 8 out of 10 of these in slot 12. So this could go... I'm hoping this evens out the number of cards I've got. I really want most things to a 10 or 11. I really want to be... There we go now. Right. So that we know the 110 hurdles is one, which is a bigger one. Ooh, nearly. 4 to go. Sorry, some people like watching box opening. What I am doing is I am showing that this whole, the game is rigged and biased against a certain thing. Well, that doesn't exist. Not in my court, anyway. Here we go. Last one. Okay, not too bad. As I said, we've got the CC offering. What we'll do is we'll just quickly go into here. We didn't get anything additional. If I look at equipment, I just want to have a look at 11, 11, 8. We're just going through these. There's a 22. I could upgrade the 110 because I've got all of these gold tokens. Personally, a lot of people use gold tokens straight away as soon as they get them. And I really don't see the value unless you're collecting the last one needed to upgrade. There's no point. That's another bit of advice I will say, is wait until your gold equipment is 1 away, max 2 if you've got 2 tokens, because otherwise you're spending your coins and you don't need to. So again, here we can see Universal Athlete, firmly the lowest out of everything. I might do a coin actually to get the Universal Athlete up, just so it's not lagging too far behind. I probably won't at the moment. I've probably got enough gold tokens actually now. I think I've got 5 to get Kathy quite close. But again, we want even growth. So I use the gold tokens proactively when I am 1 away from maxing the card. The only other time I do use a gold token is if someone in the club is doing a trade. And obviously I will need that card. I will help out the other person. But less so about what I need. Right, I think that's most things from a new challenge. Didn't want to go too much into everything. We know we need to run the marathon. DC Golden Challenge constantly searches. Doesn't even find a real one at half the time. We've got in our training centre here. Let's just hit collects because I should really watch the ad so that I get double. I'm not going to do that while I'm recording the video because that would be... Why would you want to watch ads while I'm playing? Right, I'm not going to go into Tribe Challenge. I'm going to do a separate video on Tribe Challenge. And if there's anything else that I see come up, I will create a video for that. But that is everything about a new season, I believe. If you want to see new season, new challenges, so we are 35 days to the new season ends. So that'll be the end of the World Tour. And look, there again, we get the Tribe Challenge in a new season. So we will be doing exactly the same as we go through. Right, as I said, that's everything new season. I would recommend buying season pass, but not everyone will want to. Prioritize stadium levels. That you get that through cups, so improve everything. Try and get that even growth, and make sure that you are taking advantage of the AC merchant. Less so the CC offers. Keep your daily deals going, and this is the other bit is season pass. Sorry, not season pass. I read the bit above. Stadium offers. As you go through each stadium, you will get offers, so you'll see what you purchase. This one, I'm not that fussed about purchasing it at the moment. I don't really need it. I will do it at some point. 22's good, but look, 23, 24, it drops again in value. So definitely stadium offers are worth taking. They are normally where are we? Stadium offers. So starts here times 5, but if you look here times 6, stadium level 25 is actually times 7. Chances are once you're at 25, you'll be maxed out on these cards. So again, you wouldn't buy it. I didn't buy 20 until they unlocked the new levels, because it had boxes that gave me cards that were maxed. So anyway, as I said, that's everything done. That is a new season. That's what to do. If you get any other questions, stick them in the chat. Like, share, subscribe. We're going to keep some more content going over the next couple of days. It might all be today. We'll just have to wait and see. But that's it. So thank you for joining. It's been a pleasure to go through. And I will see you on the next video.